Alright, what's up DVW fam? So we're back in Koreatown, Los Angeles, in sunny California right now, and today we're right outside the Brothers Barbecue for some premium all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue on another installment on the best Korean barbecue in Los Angeles tour. And yeah guys, Koreatown has some of the best Korean barbecue, not only in the US but all over the world. And yeah guys, we're about to go inside and have a Korean barbecue feast, so stay tuned and let's go get some barbecue. Alright y'all, so we just got here. The interior looks very classic. There's a lot of like Korean decorations around. But yeah, a little rundown on this place. Is all you can eat. So this is the menu right here. There's a bunch of choices, but you gotta get the premium all you can eat here. It's one of the most expensive all you can eats I've seen, $75 basically, but there's a lot of premium meats here, and this place is also known for their handmade cold noodles as well. So you know how we do here in Denver, so where we're gonna get the most expensive menu and try the best meats for you guys first to last. So yeah guys, at a Korean barbecue restaurant, you guys gotta go for the banchan, the sides. So we got all the sides here for us, looking delicious. Got the pancake, got the japchae right here, noodles, potato salad. Looks like the ginger scallion pancake, so let's see. Very spongy, has a slight sweetness to it, and can't forget the japchae, one of the classic banchans. Ooh, taste that nice sweet, you know, a little sesame oil on there to kind of lubricate these glass noodles. Solid. So I have to start off with the best three meats first. So this is the ribeye, bottom sirloin, and unmarinated kalbi short ribs right here. But yeah, the meat looks nice and premium. A lot of marbling on this. Ooh. I'm licking my chops already. I love fatty meat. So let's see how they taste. We got our man Young here cooking the meats for us. How you doing, Young? Yeah, so he's gonna cook the meats for us to perfection. So that's how you know it's gonna be good. Wow, just look at how the flame engulfs those meat, guys. Nice grill marks on that. Smells delicious already. I like my meat a little bit rare, medium rare, so I'm gonna dig in right now. Wow, guys. Look at this, dripping in oils. All right, gonna try it out. All right, when it comes to premium meats, I just like a little dab of salt on it to really get that flavor out. So let's try this first. Wow, at an all-you-can-eat barbecue restaurant, that's probably one of the best pieces of meat I've had. So you're paying for what you get for, but eating this all you can eat, if you guys are heavy eaters and can get the premium meats, I recommend this for you. This is so fatty, delicious, kind of just like melts in your mouth. Bottom sirloin. I'm gonna take another piece with the sweet brisket sauce. So tender. Ooh, that's good. You can really taste that grill flavor on it. Ooh, that's fire, literally. Comment down below how you like your meats, guys. Rare, medium rare, well done. This is perfect for me. Has a slight chew to it, still juicy, medium rare. All right, meat number 2, the bone-in, non-marinated kalbi. So our man Young right there cut it off the bone for us, so it's nice and easy for us to eat in these little bite-sized pieces right here. All the meats are just dripping in oils. So dip a little bit of salt. This one has that smoky flavor on it. As you guys can see, the fire just engulfing the meats on the grill. So the grill is a big component of how the meat comes out too. You gotta flame grill it to perfection. I love that high heat on it, but this one has a meatier flavor to it. Not as fatty, there's more of a chew on it, but it's still very premium kalbi. I'm gonna dip this one in some sweet sauce. Well, still very premium kalbi at an all-you-can-eat place if I've had some myself, but ooh, that last one, the bottom sirloin, was just melt in your mouth. That there's so many items to play around with, so many pieces of banchan and stuff, so I'm gonna get a little creative. Gonna take a piece of kimchi, wrap it around the meat right here, take a stab at it. Just adds that sweet pickled flavor to the meat. Love my banchan, guys, if you couldn't tell. One of the main things to get here, these are handmade cold buckwheat noodles. That's very traditional Korean dish. There's like an egg in here for us. some radish, some cucumber. So this is like one of the cool things about Korean cuisines, that they have cold soups, guys. When you think of soup, you think of warm, you know, pho, broth, chicken noodle soup. On a hot day like today, this will keep you refreshed. So this is a cold buckwheat noodles. Let's just try the noodles itself. Wow, noodles are very dense. They're very thin, almost like glass noodles. Yeah, the soup is definitely very different. Not what you think of when you think of the word soup, but let's try the broth. It's nice and sweet, but not like sugary. It's just like a nice, you know, fresh taste to it. There's this little meat here for us. Tastes like a brisket, kind of tastes like the brisket and pho soup, but yeah, it is very different, guys. Very refreshing. Wow, look at that mountain of ribeye steak, guys. Woo! That's one whole ribeye steak right there. Alright, y'all. Time to try the ribeye. There's noticeably a lot of, you know, fat on the rib caps and all that. I love myself a ribeye steak. This is one whole ribeye steak, guys. Let's try it out. Saute a little bit. That grill flavor just comes through, guys, but gotta take another bite. Very tender, very juicy. It tastes like a really good ribeye steak. Sometimes when you go to Korean barbecue restaurants, the ribeye steak is not very quality, but this is pretty quality meat for an all-you-can-eat spot, guys. And you dip it in the sweet sauce, just like bite-sized meat candy, guys. So good. We're gonna do something else creative on this one. So this is samyang sauce right here. Love this sauce. This is usually reserved for pork, but you know what? We're gonna just dip a piece of our ribeye in here. Sometimes I just like to eat the sauce by itself. It's so thick. It's like a paste. This is really robust. The best meat was the bottom sirloin. For me, it was just so tender and juicy. Melts in your mouth. I'd probably just get that all day, but I want to try a little bit of everything at Brothers Barbecue for you guys. So this is our next meat. It is the beef tongue right here. Lengua for my Spanish speakers, but ooh, this one's nice and thick. I'm gonna give it a little salt, see how it is. Ooh, it's very fibrous, like very chewy. That's how I like my beef tongue. Very nice thick pieces of beef tongue. You can tell it's like very quality because it doesn't have like a super, you know, meaty taste. It's just very chewy and good. Some people like beef tongue, some people don't. I love my lengua. There's some king oyster mushrooms right here that have been grilling on the side of the grill the whole time, so I'm gonna take a piece of this. It's nice crunchy and chewy texture. Nice fungi to eat with your meats, but there's also pineapple, chili, onions if you kind of want to, you know, garnish your meats. But I usually do the pineapple with pork to give it that sweet flavor. I usually eat pineapple for dessert, but I'll eat it now with my meats. Grilled pineapple. Alright, so this is the marinated boneless short rib right here. So this one already has a marinade on here, so I'm just gonna eat this one solo, no sauces. Ooh, I'm just surprised at the quality of all the meats here, because it's all you could eat, so you order all of these meats unlimited times. But I just love how the sweet marinade kind of caramelizes through the grill, the flames on these, and it has a nice chew to it, just like an even amount of fat. It's not as melt in your mouth as the first meat, but ooh, still very tender and juicy. Give a little salt on this one. The glaze on there is just so good. It's not too sweet, it's not oversaturated in sugar, but this is just perfect. So I actually would prefer this over the unmarinated one, but each their own. Salud, it's really good. This is the bone-in marinated kalbi right here. Let's see. Already marinated for us. So. Wow. I find that this one is more fatty, like your teeth just carves through the meat. Still has a nice chew, but it's more tender than the boneless one. Let's try this one with salt. Yeah, and again, all these meats, very high quality. But I also love the caramelized sweetness, the sauce on all of these meats. Slight tanginess, but not too sugary. Love that about the marinated meats. Usually I would like the non-marinated meats, but wow, their sauce that they slab onto the meat here, whew, it's fire. A lot of people don't like it, but I love the tendon next to the bone of the bone-in kalbi. Sometimes that's the only reason why I get the kalbi. So you have the option to keep the bone-in on it, but they cut out the piece of tendon for us. Let's take a bite at it. Nice and crunchy with a little bit of fat. I find like the tendons has the most flavor when it's close to the bone. So good. Decided to try this. This is an item I don't usually see at Korean barbecue. This is beef tartare here. So it's basically raw beef with a little red sauce right here. Ooh, get a nice generous piece right here. Wow, that was so surprising. It was like an explosion of flavor in your mouth. Ooh, that's so good. So many flavors and textures. Almost tastes like sashimi in a way, but has a nice chew to it, but still tender. It's a very like spring taste. Almost tastes like a salad. Very refreshing, cold. And it's like a little sweet and spicy. Almost tastes like gochujang sauce. And there's this like sprinkles of white stuff on here. I thought it was garlic at first, but it's actually crushed pine nut. It kind of gives it like that robust flavor. So yeah, it's good. Can't have all you can eat Korean barbecue without the brisket. So this is the brisket right here. Gonna try it out. One of the top items, of course, at Korean barbecue. Put a little salt on it. For me to eat a brisket, for it to be good brisket, that has to be juicy. So this brisket definitely is very juicy. It's definitely higher quality than a lot of all-you-can-eat barbecues, and yeah, it's a good brisket. Comment down below how you guys like your brisket. I like my brisket rare, but some people really like it crispy. And I also like my brisket to have like a nice, even protein to fat ratio, like 70-30, a little bit of fat, but mostly protein. I don't like my brisket too fatty or too lean, but this one's just nice how I like it, in between. Alright, so you know you had a premium Korean barbecue when they have pork jaw. I usually try to stay away from the pork at Korean barbecue unless it's jaw. Jaw is one of my favorite pork meats, so the jaw portion of the pork, but I like to call it like a pork steak. It's nice and fatty, but it also has some lean tissue on it. So I like to get a little bit creative with pork. I'm actually going to use the gochujang sauce. This is my favorite sauce to use with pork. Alright, got it nice and lathered with gochujang. Nice and crispy. So I like my steak rare, but you gotta cook your pork. I like my pork crispy. It's a good jaw, nice and crunchy. I like to call it like a pork steak because it's not as fatty as pork belly, but it is tender and you get a nice chew from it. Whenever I have a choice at Korean barbecue and they have jaw, I always go straight for the jaw. We're gonna make a little Korean barbecue taco, so I'm gonna get a little bit of radish right here, piece of jaw. Some people like to put garlic in there, or jalapeno, but can't handle that spice right now. And a nice generous portion of gochujang sauce. Ooh, and a little bit of kimchi. Throw a little bit of kimchi in that, and you got a Korean barbecue taco right here. Try it out. So good. An explosion of flavor for real. Got the nice fatty savory pork and the sweetness of the radish and the robust flavor of the kimchi and the gochujang. Ooh, but that garlic is making me tear up. Alright y'all, and I also want to give a birthday shout out to one of my subscribers, Jalen Ayers. He just turned 13, so happy birthday to you, Jalen. BBW fam. Alright y'all, so I'm stuffed. That was one of the best all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue experiences I've had. It is pricey, $75 for all-you-can-eat, but I've been to a la carte places where you get limited amounts of meats, but they'll be very premium and quality, and they'll be like, you know, a set price. But I feel like at this spot, I got the premium Korean barbecue experience, and it was all you could eat. So if you guys are heavy eaters, you know, you guys want quality, you want to eat a lot of meat, and you guys are about that life, Brothers Barbecue is for you. I would give it a 10 out of 10 DVW score. But yeah guys, if we're not talking about price, probably the best all you can eat barbecue experience I've had with the quality of meats, guys. So yeah, if you guys like this video, please like it. Follow us along on some more installments on this Korean barbecue in Los Angeles tour. So yeah guys, like this video, comment down below if you have any recommendations for us, and subscribe for more DVW food vlogs. Deuces.